Welcome back to Delia Resort in Soufrière, and I'm here with Claudette. Claudette, there's so many things about you. If someone had to say, Claudette, what do you do? What would you say?
I'm a teacher, a musician, and right now I'm working at Delia as food and beverage assistant.
That is a lot.
Very much so.
Different things. So how did the teacher thing happen? Would you still say you are still a teacher?
Oh yes, once a teacher, always a teacher, Delia.
But you know, every time I meet you, I don't think of you as a teacher. And as I said to you earlier, I find that when you meet teachers, they do a lot of this. They talk a lot, yeah. And they're very passionate in what they do. And they actually sometimes talk to adults like they're still teaching.
True.
But you are not like that at all. And I think that people like you, that kind of persona, the young people will listen better because you don't remind them of their parents or people who want to talk at them. You look like a very genuine, soft, caring person who would love to impart information in a way that is fun and relaxed. Would I be right to say that?
True. I think a lot of teachers make a mistake when they talk down to children. Mm-hmm. You need to talk to children as though, not that they're not your equals, but in talking to them, you have to talk to them with love. You have to let children know that you love them, even your students, because that's what most of our young people are missing, like real, genuine love, right?
Yes.
And that's why a lot of them react the way they do. You know, children learn what they live, right?
Yes.
So when we get children at school, we have to really love them. Mm-hmm. And you'd be surprised how much more they learn when they feel that you care about them, like you genuinely care about them. You're not just this person at the front of the classroom imparting knowledge. You care about them.
And you know, there is this train of thought, which I think is an accurate one, where when children are troublesome or unsettled at school, it is a sign that there are other issues, and what they don't need is a teacher talking down at them more or not understanding why perhaps they're not learning. They need someone who can be a bit more gentle and more kind of open to the different types of personalities that some people have.
Most definitely. You cannot look, when a teacher walks into his or her class, you should never look at the class as a whole. You have to learn each child, and you have to treat each child differently. You can't just treat the whole class the same way. You have to get to know your students, and if you notice that a particular student is behaving unacceptably, you have to try and figure out why. And the whole idea is to instill trust in your students. They need to be able to trust you. So if they attempt to confide in you, never betray them. You know, so never betray them. I've had situations where students confided in me, and you know, up until today, I have never told anybody, and I won't. You know, it's not, teaching is not just about book learning. It's not just about teaching. You know, imparting knowledge. It's about taking care of a person. They're little people, right?
Yes, they are. They are. And even when they are big people like us, you know, and we teach in our own way, we still have to have those kind of situations in mind. So where did you start teaching in St. Lucia?
I started teaching at Ville Bouteille Project School, which was a school in La Clery, Ville Bouteille. It actually looked like stables, because there was plywood up to a certain level, there was a space, and then there was the galvanized, and it was all the children who failed common entrance, who came from the Castries Basin, and they were all dumped there, right?
I remember that school, because I remember being in another school and being told, oh, you know, when someone misbehaved or there was something wrong, they said, oh, go back to the projects. And I was like, what's that? Because I think I had just gone into that school, like, what's that? And it seemed like a derogatory thing, when really it wasn't. It shouldn't have been thought of as that.
No, it shouldn't have. And even actually at the time, the Ministry of Education didn't like the fact that I opted to teach at Project, because I was a graduate teacher, and in those days they wanted graduate teachers to teach in secondary schools. But I pointed out to them that it doesn't make sense, because when the children reach secondary school, they already have all the bad habits. They've already learned all the bad habits, you know, so you need the qualified teachers in the primary schools. And but I wanted to teach at Project because I wanted to walk with the children from school and be with them when other St. Lucian children chanted Project Reject. I just wanted to be with them, you know, for whatever reason, but I just wanted to be with them.
I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, I know that this was, you know, a couple of decades ago, but I think that you were still that type of person, that you would stand up for something.
Always.
Yeah, I can see that.
I actually just told off a young mother the other day in Vieux-Fort because she was beating her little boy. And I told her off. I told her, you brought him shopping? He must be tired and he must be bored. And you want to rough him up?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. I could just imagine. I know a lot of people are waiting to know more about your music, and I'm actually going to save that for our third segment because I think it's a nice big chunk of it. But I do want to move on a little. So we've looked at your teaching errors, which you're continuing to do, but you also manage as well in terms of the entertainment field. So tell us a little about that. Yeah,
I manage Mishak. I've been doing that for the last 16 years, and I do backing vocals with him also.
Can you just let our Caribbean, because I want to remind everyone that the Dolor Factor is not only in St. Lucia, but we service 25 Caribbean islands with Caravision, and of course with Choice TV, we service St. Lucia and St. Vincent, and also Tri-State, New York, New Jersey. We're also in Connecticut, we're also in Ontario and Quebec. So for all those people, they need to know who Mishak is. So tell us, who's Mishak?
Mishak is a St. Lucian reggae artist.
A very good one.
Extremely good. We have produced a CD, and he has performed all over the region. He has performed in Canada too, and Martinique, Guadeloupe. He writes and composes and produces all his own music. Nobody writes for him. And he's an amazing performer, you know. His very popular songs are Greedy Joe, Mr. Greedy Joe, Ethiopian Princess, and New Dreams, you know. And his music is as far as Slovenia, so he's amazing as a performer. He's charismatic, and you know, I don't think he's been given enough opportunities to blossom. In St. Lucia, it's really difficult as a musician, really difficult, you know.
Why would you say that it is difficult if someone, especially like Mishak, has these wonderful qualities? What makes it difficult?
Because nobody really wants to invest the money that is required. We did the first CD on our own, and to get help to promote and market is very difficult. And reggae is not really St. Lucian. St. Lucians don't really push reggae too much. They push soca a lot more. So it's difficult as a reggae artist.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Yeah.
Well, anyone who's interested in that, you can also go into Google and research Mishak. You'll see where he is there, and if you want to book him, then here's Claudette. After the break, we'll talk more about Claudette and her music. So see you soon. Hello, Rituals Diner in Rodney Bay would love to give you a large 3-topping pizza. That's right, a large 3-topping pizza of your choice. How do you do that? All you have to do is tell us what is the current promotion right now at Rituals Diner. What is the current promotion right now at Rituals Diner? Send your answers to giveaways@dolorfactor.com. The deadline is the 1st of February, and we'll let you know who won on the 5th of February. Good luck.